They have an entire college course on Great Courses that was about ancient Sumeria, which I'm really interested in because it's really hard to find any research that's legitimate on ancient Sumeria, because every time you go to Google and you put in, ancient Sumeria, then you end up with all this woo-woo bullshit from Ancient Aliens. And I'm like, no, I'm not interested in that. I want to know about them, for real.
No, for real.
There are ways to restrict. You can do advanced Google search and limit it to academic sources and different things. There's like librarian skills.
Right. Yeah.
Google search.
Yeah. I mean, usually my Google foo is pretty good. I can find just about anything or anybody using Google with a basic search. But man, if you want to find stuff about the Yucatan Peninsula or ancient Sumeria or, in a lot of cases anymore, even ancient Egypt, it's like you are just inundated with this garbage, from Von Daniken and his ilk.
I was just thinking, that he was the one that screwed it all up.
Yeah, him and Chariots of Fire.
Now, Chariots of Fire.
Not Chariots of Fire. Chariots of the Gods.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I was going, okay, that movie.
Chariots of Fire was a really good movie, though.
Right track.
And I don't remember any aliens in that.
Imagine if somebody watched it trying to figure out, why are all these guys running?
Yeah, why are they all running?
Slow motion running over the beach with that song in the background.
Yes. And one of them's a gray.
Yeah. Beam of light and their feet just start, they don't touch the sand anymore and they lift up.
Yes, they hover like a mind flare. But yeah, I've been thinking about it, and when I looked, I was like, man, that would be really interesting. That would be great stuff to learn. Not for any real reason, just because, And my wife's like, well, if you like it, then you should order it. And I'm like, it's like what, $4.99 a month, something stupid like that.
That's not bad.
No, it's ridiculously cheap.
What I found, I listened to maybe 20 different topics, but some of the big ones took like a dozen CDs to cover. But I just drive to work and listen to them. And I found that some of the lecturers were just God's gift to education.
Right.
It was like, oh my God. And then others were Ben Stiller. So
yeah.
I can't tell you that
Ben Stein.
Awesome.
Or Ben Stiller. Either way.
Ben Stiller. I'm not sure I'd want to hear him talk either.
Bueller.
Yeah, that's Ben Stein.
Or Ben Stein.
Yes.
Sorry, Ben Stein. Oh, that's who it is. I was reading some trivia about him, movies in general, and they were talking about the scene from Ferris Bueller's Day Off where he's lecturing on the Laffer curve and economics and all. So Ben Stein is doing the ultimate boring drone lecture in the intro to the movie, and the students are just like, one of them's heads down on his desk and there's a puddle of drool.
Yes. I had that instructor in high school. I'm not joking.
Well, the part I was reading was that was all improv. He was just supposed to say, he was supposed to do roll call, and they were just going to use his voice and in the movie, and just so you could hear him drone and call Bueller, But he had them cracking up so hard that they said, you know what? Go ahead.
We're just going to use this. Yeah.
Teach whatever. And so he started to teach economics, and they put it in the movie.
Well, doesn't he have like a doctorate in economics or something? I mean, he could go on at length.
Oh yeah, he knows that stuff backwards and forwards. I've listened to him on the radio for several years, and when I was watching the outtake from the he's saying is right.
So let's see. I see we have Telfar with us. Hello, Alyssa. Or not.
Hello, neighborino.
Hello. And I see we have Brady with us. Is Narate and Thrick going to join us?
I am here.
You are here. Okay. Has any...
There, Liam.
There's Thrick. There's Narate. Has anybody heard from Anthony?
I have not.
I have not either.
Maybe he's feeling burnt out.
He might be. I know that feeling. I, however, have a solution. It's called play another game for just a little bit. All right. Well, we haven't heard from him. I'm going to move cancel up here.
He's probably just mad because he missed out on the big battle.
On the huge loot, yeah.
All that crap that we were putting in.
Well, that's okay. My brother-in-law, Gabe, is joining us tonight as the monk Brody.
Hi, Gabe.
I think he is off getting something to drink real quick.
Oh, I'll say it louder. Hi, Gabe.
Maybe shouting even louder will help.
Yeah.
Yes, that always helps. Okay, so we will have a order of business to discuss, but let me introduce the game. Welcome to Dungeon of the Mad Mage. I am DM Chris. We will be picking up directly where we left off from last week. But first, we have some friends of the Greenwater Guildhall. The first on that list being Talon Claw. If you are watching on Twitch, you can scroll down to see some tiles there that will link to all of these sites. If you don't see them, click on my profile picture and they should pop up. Talon Claw makes beautiful wooden DM screens, dice vaults, dice trays. They have a full line of drink coasters, and they have now they have bottle openers, and you can have class insignias etched on them. There's one in the mail coming to me. I of course went with Monk Way of the Drunken Master because it's a bottle opener, so I mean of course it's gonna have that. But yeah, check them out. They just recently celebrated their 2-year anniversary, and I don't know if they have any sales going on right now, but definitely check them out. They've just released a new line of cutting boards. So if you have a game table and you like to serve meat and cheese platters, they're definitely the ones to go check out. And they have a new cutting board that has the actual map artwork from an artist named Devin Rue that is absolutely fantastic. So you should definitely check them out. The next on the list is the Speechless Bard. She makes handmade leather products such as book covers for your core rule books. She has a full line of dice bracelets. One of the more popular ones is the Pride bracelet, where every dice on the bracelet is a different color. And she has also put out a line of dice rolling mats. And it looks like a rolled up scroll, and then you unbutton it and it rolls out, and it is a pad for you to roll your dice on. Really beautiful work. So you should check her out as well. Wonderful woman. If you're going to order from her, make sure that if you're doing a gift, for example, you give it plenty of time. She is over in the UK, so it can sometimes take a little while for it to get to us. And last but not least on the list is the Fable Beard Company. They make beard products such as oils, balms, butters, co-wash, etc. Each one of their scent profiles is a different fantasy character. For instance, right now I'm wearing Jack Frost, which is a cedar, pine, and a peppermint chill. And then over that I put Gingerbread Man, which is a cinnamon gingerbread scent for the beard balm. Those were holiday scents that they had out, but they have multiple other scents. Those lines are currently out of stock, except for Jack Frost. They brought back Jack Frost because more than half of our country is blanketed in snow right now, and so as a promotion they brought back Jack Frost because evidently Jack Frost isn't going anywhere. So order of business before we get started is so I'm not sure what is going on as far as pandemic phases and all of that crap. What's going on in Multnomah County. I can tell you, I did some research today. Clark County, where I am currently located, is in phase 2. We are good to go for having people play live if you guys so choose. It is up to you what you want to do. I was thinking of starting live games like in March. How does that sound to you guys?
Yeah, I'm down to give it a try. You know, I've seen on Facebook and everything, tons of people getting vaccinated, and that's, you know, only gonna help. You know, cases are slowing down, and numbers are slowing down, and it's, you know, it's nice to see. It's I don't know, makes me feel good.
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to the idea of actually getting back to seeing everybody in person. Is really I think that'll help me a lot too with my burnout, is that seeing people in person at the table is a far different experience.
I'm up for in person. Just actually, for the first time, we went to go see my mother-in-law, who's in a retirement situation, but she's under medical care, and so they have to take all sorts of precautions and stuff. So we haven't been able to see her for months and months and months.
Right.
But they finally got their protocols in place and all that jazz. So life's getting better. She got immunized, and
Well, good.
so it's all good. Yeah.
That is actually wonderful. I like to hear that. Cody and Brady, how are you guys feeling about that idea? Like toward the beginning of March.
I probably won't be in person. Will online still be the option? Or an option, I mean?
It will be an option, yes. We will switch from using Roll20 to doing Twitch Cam with Live Table, but yeah.
Right. So yeah, I'll probably still be online.
Okay.
Hey, look, it's Anthony.
Is Anthony here? Oh my god, Anthony is here. I'm glad I didn't delete his character.
It's not.
Sweet. I am bleeding. What about you, Brady?
Yeah, I'll stay with Colby.
Okay. All right. Anthony, what say you to gaming live and in person beginning of March? He might still be. He might still be figuring out his mic situation.
Yeah. I'm still willing to take him up if he wants to go, so.
Cool. Well, cool. Then I will get on my calendar and figure that all out, and I will post specifics about it to the Facebook group, and we can get back to you real life. The real playing, not this. I mean, thank God for Roll20 because it at least was able to scratch our itch, but
It's like methadone.
yeah, it's like methadone. It's just not the same. And trust me, bath salts are not the same as weed.
I had to learn the bath salts was a nickname the hard way.
I know. I was chasing a bunch of kids in my front lawn around with a snowblower. I could not figure out for the life of me why. So where we left off last week, and Brody's probably completely out of the loop as to how he got here. So the party came back up from Undermountain, and they took a couple days off in Trollskull Manor, and they decided that they were going to have a big gala event to commemorate the maiden voyage launch of their airship. And all of the who's who of Waterdeep came. Well, not all of them, but the ones that are really important. And so they had nobles and, specials that they invited all aboard the airship. And when they took off, it soon became apparent that some of the wait staff that they had hired hurriedly, because they hired extra wait staff because they knew that they were going to have more than their usual amount that would be traveling aboard the airship. And these extra temps were actually pirates, and they worked with a couple of pirate airships. And these pirate airships, they were initially going to try to take the airship, but they fought them off. And the one airship that got away kidnapped a bunch of the nobles and took off into the sky through the clouds, and they traveled to a large earth moat that is hanging over the trackless sea somewhere. Probably not too far from Waterdeep, but far enough. And this earth moat has 3 smaller earth moats that run around it in satellites. They are connected by these long rope bridges, and these satellites each have 3 docks on them for docking of airships. So these pirates have been doing their air pirating bit, not unlike the ice pirates, but probably more scary, from this earth moat. And the party has gone to this earth moat, and they went across the rope bridge, and they've gone onto the large earth moat. And what they discovered is that the large earth moat, despite the fact that it is fairly far north, it is winter time, and it is over the trackless sea, it is not cold. Instead, the surface of this earth moat is very jungle-like, very hot and humid, and it has flowing rivers, and these rivers just drop off the edge of the earth moat in great waterfalls, and that these river sources are fed by permanent portals to the elemental plane of water. And they fought some pirates on the surface, and they found a step pyramid like you would find in the Yucatan Peninsula. And they went inside, and underneath, they are in this dungeon complex, and they have found a bunch of Yuan-Ti underground.
My favorite.
Yes, Nikki. Did I miss anything?
I think you got it. I do recall that we captured and sent back one ship, because at the end of this whole debacle, it'll be good to have some resources to pay off all the damages that we're going to...
So yeah, they left their airship with in the capable hands of the Open Lord of Waterdeep, who was a guest aboard, Laryl Silverhand, who was an adventurer herself, and the daughter of Mystra. That whole thing gets fuzzy. It's a whole Jesus Christ kind of situation. Anyways, she took control of the airship and they told her to get it back to port, and they took one of the smaller pirate airships to get back over to the Earth Moat. Let's see. The big thing that they fought was they tackled a Yuan-Ti anathema, which is, or anathema?
Anathema?
Anathema? Yeah, sure. Anyways, it's a multi-headed big snake.
Oh.
Huge.
16 feet tall or something like
Yeah, it's ridiculously big. They took that on and eventually ended up killing it. And so now they have moved into this area, and there's a noblewoman and a nobleman that are chained to these pillars. Before we get into hardcore, I will be right back. Okay, so you have this noblewoman and nobleman chained to these pillars. What do you guys want to do?
Well, of course we free them.
Naturally.
We keep the zombies out of their freaking face. Hello, Mr. Necromancer. We don't put zombies in the face of the poor, tied up officials.
Before we get started, so let's see here. So, Narate, how many zombies do you have?
I have 4, and I made all mine in the cluster.
Okay.
Those other 2 could be deleted.
I think the other there were 4 zombies and 3 ghouls. So what I am going to do, we're gonna delete those.
Oh, okay.
And okay, so let me find my basic undead here.
Did you write that? Your game work?
Okay.
Here's some stuff.
Here.
let's go ahead and say there's 2 zombies to a mini, just to cut down on map space here.
Fine, but I'm not getting on an elevator with him.
We will call them Norite zombies.
Zombies.
Nombies. That makes them sound tasty. And I can almost
We're
guarantee.
making one of nom things. They do want a nom thing.
That's true.
Half dead, or scaly undead Yuan-Ti's
And we'll just put 1 ghoul down, and that's all 3 ghouls, because you don't really break them up. So that works. Make them a little bit bigger to show that there's 3 ghouls there. And I am giving you control of them.
thing.
Is the blue thing a wraith?
It's a well, according to Roll20, that's a ghoul, but I've never known ghouls to be so wraithy. Oh yeah, that is not my usual whiskey.
Are you drinking Boilermakers there? Got your Coors and
Yeah,
whiskey or what?
exactly. Yeah, rather than get up and go get what I normally drink, I grabbed the bottle off the table because there was like only 1 shot left in there, or double shot, and it is Paul Walker, which is an Indian single malt whiskey. So if you've ever actually drank an actual real Indian pale ale, like not like IPA that you would get normally at the store, but like actually from India, it actually has a very metallic front taste to it. The weird thing is that this whiskey has the exact same thing, and then it has like this aftertaste of like a charred oak barrel, or it's very strange, and it's very, very harsh. And every person who's ever tasted it has said the same thing. I don't know if I love this or if I hate it. So, yeah. When you're used to what you're normally drinking, and then you take a sip of that, you're like, oh, wow, my tongue was not expecting that. And it doesn't matter if you told your tongue ahead of time. So, okay, so Norite, you have control of the Nombies and the ghouls, or the Nuls. So you've got these people that are tied up. What are you doing?
We're apologizing profusely and asking him to sign forms that say they won't sue us before we release them.
Yeah.
So Telfar.
I'm a lady noble.
Okay.
Locked up for tied up.
She is chained by manacles to this pillar.
No, absolutely. I'll just roll like a 35 lockpick or whatever to get her out of that shit.
Okay. Yeah, that is not a problem. The DC on the locks was 15, so.
Lockpick.
So when you have proficiency in these tools, how do you roll that? Is it dexterity plus proficiency, and that's the roll? Because
Correct.
A lot of times you have better than that. We get expertise in.
Well, so proficiency would mean that you would roll whatever the attribute is plus your proficiency bonus. So in this case, it would be dexterity modifier plus your proficiency bonus plus your d20 roll. In the case of expertise, it is your modifier plus 2 times your proficiency bonus. So this is how you have, first level rogues getting ridiculous rolls like, oh, well, I rolled a 22 for my lockpick check.
They have expertise in these.
Right.
I've got expertise in thieves' tools, and I have the gloves of thievery, and I literally get plus 20 to pick locks.
Right.
And I
Yes.
reroll one, so, you know, I pick that shit.
Yeah, I'm sure that you do. So yeah, you are able to pick these old rusty locks, and you get the noblewoman undone. What are you saying to her as you unlock her manacles?
Oh, yes, what am I saying as I unlock the manacles?
Well,
Have you
Would you please sign this NDA and these legal documents saying that you won't sue us?
Well, it's important to ask before we get too much further, because we have run into older people. Was this a person that was on the ship?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So.
And she's not that old. She's in her 30s.
I meant non-ship people.
Right. Yeah, no, this woman is in her 30s. She's clearly of noble birth, just given her clothing, although her clothing's in a state of disrepair and slightly dirty from being down here, but...
She was on the ship partying with us.
Correct.
Yeah, that's what I'm... So, yeah.
Right.
We'll ask her, are you okay? You know, and what happened? And, you know, do you need any assistance? We're trying to rescue you and get you back to Waterdeep. Blah, blah, blah.
And just goes, oh, isn't this exciting?
So she gives you the rundown of basically everything you already know, that these cads took her and they manhandled her and put her on their airship and they brought her here, and she doesn't know the official name, but she's saying, do you know that these snake people eat other humans?
Yes.
Indeed, we're quite aware of this matter.
Monsters. Absolute monsters. We want to make sure that we rescue all of the people that we possibly can. So we're in somewhat of a rush because we don't want anyone to be injured. Otherwise, we would immediately escort you to safety. So guys, how do we propose to keep these people safe?
Telfar and Aaron make charisma checks.
Yeah. Yeah, this is pretty important. I'll use a luck point, so I get a 19.
That's actually not too bad.
Well, it was versus a 7.
Telfar, what did you get?
Yeah, soft 20.
Wow, you both did well. So you recognize, you look at this woman, and she has a fairly short hairstyle with long bangs, and the back of her hair kind of stands up a bit. And she looks at Telfar and she says, I'm sorry, are you his manager?
Manager? Who's manager?
And she says, this man over here. And she points to Aaron. She said, because I need to speak to a manager. I am not happy with how I was treated aboard that airship.
Yes, Telfar is my manager. As Aaron uses stealth.
I am Lady Karen of Waterdeep.
You're a Karen.
Aaron like hunkers down and then fades with a stealth disappearance. Leaves Telfar hanging.
Oh my god, Lady Karen's like a challenge rating 19 character. So Lady Karen is completely unpleased with her treatment and how she came to be here. However, Telfar's charisma check has kind of smoothed things over enough that she is perfectly okay with the idea of leaving this wretched place.
Well, Telfarm volunteers to keep the nobles safe if they want to, be escorted out, or if they want to, I don't know, hang out here while we try to clear the rest of the stuff, or whatever. I don't know. Telfarm will take responsibility for their safety.
Okay. What about the nobleman? Is somebody going to pick his locks?
Absolutely.
No.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Not Aaron, because he backed out of this situation and is hiding around the corner.
He's on break.
So the nobleman, you learn that he's a minor noble, and the reason why he's actually chained to the pillar is that this guy doesn't shut up. And the first thing that he immediately started telling his captors was that he is really not worth anything. He has a minor noble role. He was given like an estate and in Waterdeep, and basically it was a reward for service in the merchant navy, running cargo between Waterdeep and Luskan. And so, and he will tell anybody without even being asked, what his noble role is. And it seems like the first inclination for the pirates and the Yuan-Ti were, well, then screw this guy, let's just eat him. However, Norte and Anthony, Norte and Shamish, you can both make religion checks. Norte, what'd you get?
26.
26. That's pretty tight. Shamish, what'd you get? I know you're there. We'll pull out a Ouija board soon to see if Shamish can speak to us. Or not. So I'm going to roll for Shamish. He got a 19, which is also pretty good. You guys notice, Norte and Shamish, you notice that these pillars that they're attached to have engravings on them. Not necessarily words so much as pictographs. And Norte, you determine that this isn't just some chamber where they're going to chain people up and then eat them in some ritualistic sense. You know that Yuan-Ti view eating any meal as a social activity. So they'll swallow a person whole and then be like, so let's have after dinner drinks and talk. But that's not really the purpose of this room. This room looks more sacrificial. And Norte, in looking at these pictographs on the pillars, you find pictographs depicting Dendar the Night Serpent.
It's a sex dungeon.
It's not that kind of dungeon. And a pink tickler.
They chain themselves up.
Took some teeth work for that other hand because it couldn't reach. So yeah, you see a pictograph depicting Dendar the Night Serpent. Does anybody know who Dendar the Night Serpent is? I'm going to take the silence as a no. So the Yuan-Ti believe that Dendar the Night Serpent, who is a Yuan-Ti god, and I hesitated calling him a full god, but I think that he actually is, but he's at the lower end of goddom. He's really at that cusp between...
Demigod.
Well, yeah, he's like at that cusp between demigod and god. He's quite powerful. He's also quite ancient, and the Yuan-Ti believe that if they can summon him back to the material plane, that Dendar the Night Serpent will come forth and swallow the world.
Oh no.
Norte and Shamish, you can also roll a history check. With advantage.
If we come across 7 gold balls that have stars in them, then we do not want to bring them together and summon Dendar the Night Serpent.
Really?
And he looks exactly like the Dragon Ball Z
Right.
dragon.
Yeah, they're like an orange-white.
Yeah, we don't want
29.
And I'm still not hearing Shamish. Well, Shamish got a 9, so. On your 29, you are aware that the religious texts that you know tell you that Dendar the Night Serpent may actually be already on the material plane. You believe that there is some speculation amongst religious scholars that Dendar the Night Serpent is actually entombed and trapped on this material plane somewhere in the distant region of Chult.
Okay.
all the bad crap is in Chult.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad shit in Chult. I mean, not gonna deny that.
It's like the garbage disposal of the material.
It is like the Forgotten Realms butthole. What was that, Telfar?
Can I get choked?
Yes, Chult.
Hello?
There you are.
Hey!
There he is.
Yeah, sorry, I was on a call with my grandparents, and that took a while.
Yeah, that usually is a time suck.
Yeah, no, I've been trying to listen, but I was talking with them. And I also missed. So, what did I miss last week?
Huge, like 4-hour long battle. Like, I'm not even making that up. You missed great amounts of glory.
Yep. Big, 16-foot tall, multi-headed lizard monster. A
Yes.
whole bunch of Yuan-Ti.
Magic weapons all around.
No, there wasn't really that much loot, but
Vorpal swords.
there were Vorpal swords for everybody. No.
Let's fight.
Lots of doors that you could have kicked down, and
Yeah, you missed kicking down doors.
Yeah.
you're
So-
very sad.
So you're back with us. I hope you missed last week. I hope everything's okay.
Oh yeah, no, I just wasn't. I didn't feel the greatest that day.
I hear you. So that is what Norte determines, is that Dendar the Night Serpent. It looks like these are some kind of sacrificial altar for. You're not sure if it's really like a summoning ritual, or if it's fuzzy. Like, it could be a summoning ritual. It could be maybe they're here and like the anathema was going to devour them and turn into Dendar. You're not exactly certain what is going on here.
Is it a buffet?
It could just be a buffet with religious overtones.
I don't get it.
Maybe they're serving the people with funeral potatoes. I mean, you don't know.
Funeral potatoes.
Okay, so we've got a religious thing going on that maybe maybe we need to deface or destroy this if it's somehow religiously active. But other than that,
It's
we've got
spiritual,
a couple
not
of nobles
religious.
we need to coddle, and Telfar's volunteered for coddling service.
Okay, so
So
Telfar, this poor gentleman is absolutely terrified, and he won't shut up. Are you wanting to run them back to the airship? Is that your thought process here?
Well, frankly, I'd rather try to persuade them to just hang out here until we've completed our mission and then, take them on out.
Okay.
We're on the airship now.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Sure, I mean, theoretically that airship ain't going anywhere without us. So they'd just be sitting here or sitting on the ship, and if they're sitting out on the ship with no one to guard them, then they're kind of sitting duck,
hey, cancel. Can you make a demi-plane for them? Stick them in the demi-plane of ridiculous luxury, and
If only we had Morden Kane's magnificent mansion available.
I said, put 'em in
I
a
think
bag
the
of holding.
demi-plane you
Stuff
could
'em in a bag of holding.
put them in there, shut the door, and nobody can get to them, right?
Well, technically, that is Morden Kanan's magnificent mansion.
My roll at disadvantage ended in a 13.
So, when you, like halfway through your spiel about trying to convince them to just wait here, the airship's not going anywhere, the nobleman, he gets a look of absolute horror on his face at the mere idea of staying here. And Lady Karen is like, oh, absolutely not. You are the entire reason that we're here to begin with. We're not staying here. It must be far safer to stay on your airship than it is to stay under here. What if after you take off and you head down further down that more of these, what did you call them? Yuan-Ti? What if they come and decide to devour us or, sacrifice us to this Bender the Night Serpent person or whatever?
Telfar mutters under his breath, well, they'd probably be doing the world a great service.
The hair on the back of her head stands up even higher, and she's like, what did you say?
I said I'd be happy to accompany you back to the airship, madam.
Well, that is better. I am not going to leave a very good review.
Frankly, this gentleman's more likely to call attention to us anyhow if he does stay, so...
So...
Motherfucker, shut up.
So we basically should stay together, and just to keep the nobles ultimately safe, Norite, could you surround them with your undead so that there's a good wall of flesh?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and surround him with my undead. And
Because that's what always makes nobles feel comfortable.
Yeah. Zombie. A wall of zombies and ghouls always makes nobles feel comfortable.
Yes.
I want them back. I want them to come back once they get the ship.
Okay, so Narite, you take off. So now remind me, because all of the snow and ice has made this a very long week. Did you guys end last session with a short or long rest?
We ended
I don't
in
think
the
you did.
combat that finally cleared out this room.
Right, so there was no rest. So
We took a long rest.
if you so choose, this can count as a short rest, even for Telfar, since all she's doing is ferrying nobles back to the airship. And in that 1 hour long rest, you can, if you have any missing hit points, excuse me, you can expend as many hit dice as you would like to regain those.
Okay.
Which, aside from attuning to a new item, is really the only use for a short rest, in my opinion.
I don't think Telfar should be able to. Parents cause a level of exhaustion.
Yeah. Telfar. Yes, Brody has a point. Telfar is going to suffer a level of exhaustion from having to deal with a Karen, but
Yep.
Hey, fair enough.
no, I'm joking. No, you can also expend. If I don't think Telfar got hit at all, which is not unusual, but if you want to expend hit dice, you can to regain hit points.
All right. So the trip passes uneventfully, and we return back to the entrance to this area because we're not going to split the party.
Right. So-
that's asking for trouble.
So, you guys are all in here. So, in this room, where this ledge is, you can see that there's a shadow.
Oh, I attacked the shadow.
This shadow, this upper ledge is 10 feet down from the lower ledge. Now, Norte, if you want to toss your minions down this 10-foot ledge, you most certainly can. That's fine. It's up to you whether you want to examine this room or continue down this ledge and continue heading north.
I'll send two of my I'll send two of my zombies down. So I'm going to send one down this way and then try to pull anything from here and then bring it back so we can all sneak attack it back here.
So, with a dash, just for shits and giggles. So, yeah. So, zombie recon can get, like, yeah, like in there.
Two of them, and they're just gonna start groaning and.
Okay. What are the rest of what are you doing with the rest of with your other two zombies? Let's keep to the zombies. What are the other two zombies gonna do?
They're going to try to stealth. Can they do that?
Yeah, I guess, but they stink. They're starting to get a little ripe. So I'm going to say that the zombies are at disadvantage for their stealth check. However, if Telfar's Chwinga, and oh, hold on, you need a Chwinga blessing. Timeout for Chwinga blessing. I shall give you one of the new Chwinga blessings. For those with Rime of the Frost Maiden, it's page 282. You get Charm of the Ice Troll. This charm allows you to use your reaction when you take cold damage to reduce that damage to 0. You regain a number of hit points equal to half the cold damage you would have taken. Once you do so, the charm vanishes. That is your charm for this week. So, if Telfar's if Vicky the Glider, Telfar's Twinga, so chooses, she can impose a +10 to that roll with Pass Without Trace. But it's still a disadvantage.
Okay, so I rolled the ghoul stealth and the zombie stealth. Are you gonna give them Pass Without Trace? Telfar. Or Vicky.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Okay. So the zombies have an 18. They've got an 8. And the ghouls have a
Oh, sorry. I did that wrong.
29.
The ghoul's got a frickin' 29?
I rolled
Shuffling is
17
inherently
with a
stealthy.
Plus, I mean, 18, then a 17. They have +2 to dex, so.
Okay, so... Wow. That's
Those are
actually
stealthies.
fairly amazing.
They just smell bad a little. They just smell like someone just farted. That's what it smells like.
The wind's blowing in the right direction.
Yeah.
Oh, if you've ever smelled death, it's way worse than a fart. Keep in mind, it's hot and humid in here too. So,
Well,
I'm fairly certain that like Aaron's and Telfar's passive perception, and probably Brody's passive perception, can beat an 18. I don't know if you guys can beat a 29.
my passive's 28.
So effectively for you guys, the ghouls like fade into the shadows and just disappear, probably around this corner.
Norite knows where they are. They're his minions, and his passive perceptions too. So.
Well, you would know where they are, yes, because you control them. They're not like in telepathic contact with you, but you know where they are.
I can give
Yeah,
you commands.
I'd be like,
That would be fine. What do you do? Go forward.
being in telepathic contact with zombies and ghouls would be like reading Facebook. There's so many stupid people.
The bad implication of that stealth when they smell so bad is that there might be just like a ton of really decayed dead bodies elsewhere in this dungeon.
Probably. Oh, that was the other thing that these guys did last week that Anthony missed, was that they burned a pool of Yuan-Ti babies. Yeah.
Tadpoles.
Yep. Yep. The little baby snakes.
Fireballed a swimming pool full of tadpoles.
Yep. Fuck you, babies.
We're taking rewind time.
And it had a sweet, sweet door right in front of it too. And you would have loved it.
So you send your zombies and ghouls ahead. What are the rest of you doing? Aaron, I see you're at the entrance to this other room here.
Yeah, I want to at least look at points that might ambush us.
So this room is on the 10-foot upper level, and in here you find a series of there's niches in the wall with stone carved tablets, and you find a bunch of candles and other regalia, and in the middle of the room, which your eyes immediately track to, is a stone altar that has viscera all over it. It's coated, it's just covered in blood to the point where there's a big blood stain on the floor, and there's just intestines and guts all over this table.
And it smells like ghoul.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For the most part, yes.
Okay, well, we can investigate it in depth later. I don't see active threats in there. So, that's my turn.
Okay. Anybody else? Where are you going to go?
Is the plan to escort these nobles out, or we bring them with us further in?
So Telfar already took them out and took them back to the airship and has come back. And so you've basically spent an hour sitting in here and now are moving about. So any of your hit dice that you wanted to spend, now is the time.
I'll just move forward towards this door, I guess.
Okay. So you can move yourself forward. We're not in combat. You can move yourself forward as much as you would like. Where would you like to go, Brady?
Oh.
You want to follow them into
All the way to
the
the
north?
front. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me go first. I'll trigger traps.
Do you want to be
Just,
stealthy?
The ghouls and stuff in
I'm
there
not
as pin
stealthy.
cushions.
Okay.
Or wait, that's fine.
It can't
The
hurt.
ghouls are ready to just
17.
jump on anything
Nice.
that comes out that door.
And this red line is Telfar's rope. So that we can go up and down the 10-foot thing with some level of ease.
Oh, I was wondering what that was. I'm like,
For anyone who passed the rope in.
yeah, you guys have a magic rope, so.
Yep,
That's
that's our
10
magic
feet.
rope.
10 feet is 1d6. Bludgeoning damage.
Not for me.
Yeah, I must be a level 1 commoner, because if I fell 10 foot onto a stone floor, I'd be gone.
Dude, if I fell 4 feet, my ankles would give out. Probably have to go back to physical therapy for my knee. I can't even walk to the dumpster. Thanks, Amazon. So,
Experience. Let's see.
Shamish, what are you doing?
Okay, so. There's enemies over here, right?
Well, you don't know yet. We're still in the movement phase of what you guys want to do. We're setting things up here.
I'm already in action.
You're going to stay where you're at and ready in action.
No, I'm gonna move.
Yeah, you should move.
You're not limited to your speed. You can move forward as far as you like. Tell me where you want to be.
Well, if Aaron. Oh, whoa. Aaron's over there. I'm gonna stick with him. I'm gonna go over there.
Okay?
We already checked this room out here.
Yes. Yeah, there's a sacrificial table with covered in a viscera, and there are slots in the wall that have stone tablets, engraved stone tablets, and candles.
We found the buffet for the sexton. I'm still not convinced.
Ain't nobody want to eat that.
I didn't say it was a good buffet.
Last but not least, Cancel. What are you doing?
21.
21.
That was my mistake. I gave him mithril. I allowed them to craft mithril armor. Although I can't really bitch too much about it because I made him wait like so long before it was actually done. I was like, all right, so yeah, mithril armor.
I just didn't know what the 21 was about. It's just like,
So Shamish, you got a 21 for your stealth. Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
That's what I figured.
Yes.
I should just change my name to Trigger.
Trigger. Okay. So, Brody.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, Narate, make a perception check for the zombies that are up in this northern room.
What did you say?
Make a perception check for your zombies that are up in this
Okay.
northern room.
Yeah, let's see.
27.
Okay. So I guess that means.
Oh wait, no. Sorry.
Whew.
15. Sorry.
Okay. So this guy.
I thought I added my perception stat instead of the zombies.
And Brody, what is your passive perception?
19.
Okay. So I get to pick. And what you have 17. They don't see you, and these zombies are not hidden. So so you guys move into this northern room and you hear, and the first arrow clatters off the wall back here. And then you hear a second, and one of the zombies takes a shot. Wow. Was there Yuan-Ti longbows are kind of wicked. For 11 points of piercing damage to one of them, zombies are immune to poison, correct?
Correct.
So they don't take any poison damage, but they take 11 points of piercing damage. Well, it's a zombie. They don't have a whole lot going on. Everybody roll initiative.
Half of its total hit points. $20 from the road.
Hold on.
Would it be possible to get the initiative on the screen for us to see?
I can do that.
I just like seeing when my turn's coming up, knowing where I am in the lineup. Thank you. I can put my own initiative in.
Yeah, I need to delete all these. Hold on. The reason why I haven't been putting it on screen is because Roll20 screws it up from location to location. So, hold on here.
I liked it when we could see all of the little character clothespins lined up on your DM screen. That was always helpful for me.
Yeah, that's coming back. Now that I have a new DM screen, that is coming back. Okay, so Telfar, you want to put yours in? Brody, what'd you get?
23.
Why did that not? Why is this not working for me? Okay. cancel, what'd you get?
Uh, 23.
Okay. Oh my god. Big pain in the ass. Shamish, what'd you get? And Leon. Yep, I gotcha.
Hear you.
Okay, hold on here. There we go. Okay. So, Telfar, with your 26, what would you like to do? I guess the first question is, Telfar, what's your passive perception?
My passive perception is 16.
So, you see these arrows. This entire hallway is dark. Not like magical dark, but there's no light. And you saw these two arrows come out and tag the zombie over here. So you can't see the person. However, it cancels out, so you are at a normal attack roll. Because they can't see you either. So advantage, disadvantage cancels each other out.
Sure. Are there, like, light sources in this room? Torches, braziers, or anything like that?
Yes. Braziers. There are flaming braziers. There are braziers full of coals in this room. So yes, this room has a soft, warm light from braziers that are burning in the corners, but there's no torches. It is dim light in here.
Alright. No worries. Yeah. I will, you said I can't see him, right? I don't know what I'm aiming at?
Correct. Which normally you would be at disadvantage, but he can't see you either. And so you would have advantage on your attack, so they cancel each other out, and you have a normal attack.
Oh. Fair enough. I guess I'll just fire an arrow into the corridor and hope I hit something.
Go for it.
I will take a -5 to my attack roll.
Okay. Feeling confident?
Feeling confident. It worked out for me last session.
That's really hard.
What's your bonus with that -5 still?
Plus 10. Oh.
1d20 plus 7 after the detriment.
Wow.
So 26 hits, you nailed him.
Oh, I accidentally hit that twice.
Oh. Nope, that is a miss.
Yeah, 13.
That is a miss. What do you want to do with a bonus action?
Move up
Yep.
and probably stealth again.
Okay. Go ahead and make your stealth check. I'll let you put your stealth into your little blue dot.
Yep. And I think my Chwinga Druidcraft allows you to start a bonfire at will. Is that right?
It is not the bonfire spell. It allows you to start a campfire.
Campfire. So if my Tromago wanted to make a little fire here at the beginning of the hallway to improve visibility, would that be a possibility?
You certainly could do that.
Cool. Then Vicky's going to cast Druid Craft to make some kind of little fire right here to hopefully increase visibility.
Yeah, it's basically all harmless stuff and just for like visual and like role playing stuff.
So right there is a campfire, which causes this guy to be illuminated, and he is no longer stealthed.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are way better at drawing campfires than I am. Okay, so Mr. Brody.
I want to run up all the way to behind him
Oh wait.
and then I kick him, sir. Oh, cancel.
Sorry. That's the other thing about this is that it doesn't auto-calculate initiative. All right. Sorry, not Brody. Shamish. So Shamish, you hear the sounds of battle fairly quietly at this point, but still going on. You heard like one of the zombies be like, "Ugh!" What do you want to do? Shamish.
Hello?
Yes, you're there. I figured you were muted, so.
Okay, let's see. Just map, go. Beautiful. There we go. Okay, they're over there. Are these enemies?
Nope. He's all the way up here in the eastern portion of the room above you.
Where can I? How far can I run? Just get the ruler.
So for live games, I do have new neoprene mats for drop mats for grasslands and winter landscape. However, they do not have grids on them, so we may have to actually use rulers. Or we can just, eyeball the length of a 1-inch base on a mini.
I'm gonna dash there.
Okay. You can dash. Wait, what's your movement?
30 feet.
Not quite. You can get
About there.
about there.
Well, that's perfect. Close enough so where next turn I can get them,
Yes.
but not close enough so where they're gonna hurt me.
Right. And I would say you're probably. Do you want to stay along the wall and remain stealthed, or do you want to?
Remain stealth. Definitely remain stealth.
Okay, so I'll give you
Stealth
a little bit more.
stealth cuts their movement in half, doesn't it?
That is true. So you'd be like right here if you stealth.
Yeah, that's actually.
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay. Brody.
I want to run up and kick him, sir.
Okay, so you're not caring about stealth at all, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I like the attention.
You can just get there.
Oh, I can get more than I can get there.
That's true, you're a monk.
Yeah.
And I would say that you probably would avoid that campfire.
Okay.
Just guessing. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you're going to use it
I
to
want to
kick
run
off.
behind him, but I don't think they'll let you.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that.
Go for it. Make your attacks.
All right. Here we go. Fun times. Does Man, it's been too long.
All right.
It's 5. It's 7 plus 10, right? Okay. Yeah. 26.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, it does.
He can take a whopping 11
Okay.
and make a con save. 17.
Ooh, that's no good for him because he got a 6.
All right. That'll punt him back across the fire. 10 feet.
Okay.
And can I move up and attack him again?
You can. So Telfar, roll 1d4 fire damage.
Is 3.
Okay. So he takes an additional 3 points damage, getting kicked through the fire. And then you are going to move up. Make a dexterity saving throw.
No. 50.
Yeah. You do not take any fire damage. Go ahead and make your next attack.
All right. Roll 18 again. That'll be 28.
That hits.
So another 12.
Okay.
And make a dexterity saving throw. Or be prone.
21.
All right. Fine.
You got anything else in you? You want to
Sure.
spend a key point?
I'll spend a kite point. We'll go ahead and flurry.
Okay.
So I'll just roll both at the same time.
Flurry of hose.
Flurry of hose. I thought it was a pimp. Does a 16 hit?
It does.
Nice. All right. Then he can make a 17 con save.
You gonna stun him?
Yeah.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. 19. He is not stunned.
Nope. All right. You can make it again.
You want to make your last hit?
Yeah, it's a 27.
That is. Oh.
I guess I should.
No,
roll
he got a
damage.
9. He is stunned.
I guess I gotta roll damage for those two. So one is 8, and the other is 13.
He's stunned. He gets dopey face. Derp.
Derp.
His derpy dopey face. So everybody who attacks the Yuan-Ti has advantage on their attacks because he is stunned. Brody, make a perception check.
Oh, finally made one. 29.
Oof. Okay.
I always feel horrible when I roll under my passive perception.
I don't have anything for that.
For what? You got something else sneaking out?
Yeah.
Alright.
I guess this will do.
It's wanting to shoot at me.
How big is this thing? He's large.
Oh, holy crap.
So behind you, you hear movement in the darkness, and coming out just into the firelight at dim range, you see this large construct that has spears and swords sticking out of its armor, and there are bodies on this armor, and it seems like it just keeps collecting corpses. It is called a cadaver collector. It is a large construct.
Come on, shoot at me, you dummy.
Cancel. What would you like to do? I guess I need to add him, huh? Ooh.
Start choking on my spit. Yeah. Fireball.
It's
And
fast.
his face. Or anywhere else.
All right. So sorry. So what are you doing?
Casting firebolt in his face.
Okay. Go ahead and make your shot.
So that one hit.
Wow. A nat 1.
You hit me.
Make Brody make a dexterity saving throw.
24.
Oh yeah. So it does not hit Brody, but your shot goes wild. Do you have anything else you want to do? Cancel.
No, that's it.
Okay. The cadaver collector. Hooray! The cadaver collector, for his turn, summons 3 specters. That are a part of the enslaved corpses on his that are attached to his body, and that is his turn. The specters will go at the end of the cadaver collector's turn. So we will be to Narate, I believe. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Seal the deal. Fucking deals.
Looks like these specters are sensitive to sunlight. Don't we have sunblade?
Maybe. wonder if there's a way we can mass produce sunblades.
And I was reading about the Cadaver Collector. That thing looks nasty. It's got like a poison gas attack. And it wants to give you a big hug.
Long ago, in ancient days, a powerful mage was able to enlarge beyond belief a sunblade, and lo, there was light.
True, yeah, that's the creation story.
There's a super duper classic sci-fi story where they build a computer and some drunk guy says, "Man, everything's gonna end eventually." He's a technician working on the computer, so he types into the computer, can we stop the end? And the computer says insufficient data. And the story goes on through like millions of years where people keep asking, and they ask it in different ways. Can entropy be reversed and blah blah blah. And the computer says, insufficient data every time until everything is gone and there's nothing left. But the computer is now, the size of the galaxy, floating in its own pocket dimension in a burnt out universe. But it hasn't solved that one problem, so it just sits there until time is now irrelevant. And at the end, it goes, okay, I figured out how to reverse entropy. And then the very last sentence of the story is, let there be light.
I think that's over my head, Carl.
The computer is God.
That's the moral of the story.
Yeah, the clockwork god. The creator, not just sets everything in motion and then leaves.
It tells you the meaning of life is 42. 42.
Yeah. Well, that's Asimov versus. Let's see, who wrote Hitchhiker's Guide?
Adams.
Adams. Yeah. Not Scott Adams. That's still.
No.
Douglas Adams.
Douglas Adams.
I thought 42 meant whatever you want it to be.
No, that's the.
No, it's the answer to life, the universe, and everything.
But I heard somewhere that 42 used to be an old code for when they're programmed,
Mm-hmm.
and you wanted to leave a variable for whatever the.
Yep, it was
user
hashtag 42,
Yeah.
which would be for put in whatever you want. This
Yeah.
is a blank space.
Yeah.
That is true. Old Fortran code. So, Norte, what would you like to do?
I am going to cast. How much is that? No.
Why do you keep removing your name tag?
Huh?
I don't know if it's you or if it's Roll20, but your name tag keeps disappearing. Which is problematic because then I can't see your name on the turn order. So what are you casting?
I'm running up to it, and I'm casting Inflict Wounds.
Okay. Go and make your attack.
Okay. 29, I assume that hits.
Yes.
60, 10. So.
I'm gonna spank you like a drow. Naughty drow. Naughty. Naughty. How drow priestesses like to spank the males.
Oh.
Yeah. Or use their scourge. My question is, whenever they do that, do they always cast Inflict Wounds first? I mean, guess it really depends on how bad he's been.
40 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. He takes that. He's not feeling very well, but he takes that.
And my zombies,
Yep. The zombies.
they move up to him.
Okay. What about your other zombies? Where are they moving?
They're going to dash.
They only get 40 feet. Yeah, they can get just behind you. They wouldn't be able to attack, but they could get behind you. Okay. So go ahead and make your 2 zombie attacks first. I should flip back over to here so I can see what's going on.
First one is 18 to hit.
That hits.
5 damage.
Yep.
Second one, 18 to hit.
Yep.
For 4 damage.
Okay. What about your 3 ghouls? Because they can attack as well.
Okay. Okay. Where did Kate go?
I think she went to Winco. Or perhaps to Walmart to get more materials for the
More
baby
diapers.
cake.
Baby cake.
My
More
ghouls
baby.
dashed.
Oh, they dashed to get there. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's see here. There we go. Mr. Yuan-Ti Abomination is stunned. He can't do shit. Okay. Well, that kind of takes care of that whole thing. He could. No. No, he's stunned. Aaron, the Yuan-Ti is stunned. What would you like to do?
Well, I will. I've watched all my compatriots jump into battle and all that stuff, so the need for stealth is gone. So I'll get rid of that little thing and get rid of my nice stealth roll. Move my 30 feet, gets me up to the entrance where I can look around and see. And I can see this guy. He's weaving on his feet, or did he fall prone?
No, he's weaving on his feet. Well, on his lower snake half.
On his, yeah. All right. Then I will shoot at him. That's the only thing I can see. That's.
So you would be at disadvantage.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I'm shooting over all these people.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
They're all shorter. They're all shorter.
That's true. Well, except for Thrick, and I mean he's a lizard folk, so you know.
All right. So I'm gonna do this. I will not use my sharpshooter, so it will be. What is it? +5. I forget how much I'm paying.
So for your bonus action, you're using sharpshooter?
No. I'm gonna go ahead and fire this. It's already got built-in sharpshooter.
Right.
So since I'm not using it, that's a 24 and a 21.
That hits.
So 21 is the shot.
Yep, that hits.
The damage will be 10 less than what this thing says, so I did 7 damage.
Okay. So he can take 7. Is there anything you want to do with a bonus action?
Oh, is he the only threat that I can visibly see right now?
You know that from what you can see from the glow of the fire, you can see that there are specters moving through this hallway.
Oh, okay. And this guy he's got a good bit of baddies around him, so. Okay, I'm not gonna do much else. That's it.
Okay. Okay. Mr. Thrick, what would you like to do? Now that you have money and you are a owner of Troll Skull Manor, I think that you should insist as a lizard folk that everybody refer to you as Mr. Thrick. And you should start wearing a top hat.
Oh, I was just gonna call him Mr. Lizard.
Good Mr. Thrick. And you should get a glue-on, like, handlebar mustache.
Top hat, monocle, mustache.
Yes.
And a pipe for God's sake.
In a pipe, god damn it. I'm Mr. Thrick, good sir.
Mr. Thrick.
That getup makes it seem more like I just try and eat them.
Well, probably, yes.
Well, let's see. I'm right here. So I'm gonna attack just the lizard right in front, or the Yuan-Ti, right, or whatever, right in front of me.
Okay, go for it.
22 to hit.
Mm-hmm. That hits.
Uh, 22 damage.
Oof. Okay, so that was with your sun sword, right?
Mm-hmm.
You bring down your lightsaber and slice this guy in 2. Now, make a perception check.
14.
You can determine your sunblade is considered sunlight. These these specters are not affected at all.
Okay.
Which I'm pretty sure. Hold on here. Let me get my radius thing here. Yeah, these guys don't care about your sunblade.
Spectres don't care.
And I can tell you why. So, the summon specters will recharge for the Cadaver Collector after a short or long rest. As a bonus action, oh man, I could have done more. Anyways, Cadaver Collector calls up the enslaved spirits of those that it has slain, 1d6 spirits, in this case 3, without sunlight sensitivity, arise in an unoccupied space within 15 feet. So they are specters that do not suffer from the sunlight problem.
Add some light to us.
You what?
Sulfur.
Telfer lied to you? Yes.
Hey, man, what can I say? I thought specters were sensitive to sunlight.
They usually are. These, however, are not.
Are they black?
Wow. They're not orcs. Twitter blew up because they hated my. So for Valentine's Day, they had D&D pickup lines that you would use, and mine was, "Hey baby, are you an orc? Because I want to put my sword in you." And they didn't like that at all. Evidently, I'm a misogynist and a bastard.
Well, I thought that was the whole point, was to come up with humorous
Right? Yeah.
pickup lines.
I know, right? Whatever.
If you want humorous, you should try raising a skeleton.
Your mistake was trying humor on Twitter.
Right. So, Thrick, is there anything you're going to do with your bonus action?
No.
Anything with a bonus action, or... I guess you used all your movement.
Yeah, nothing with the bonus action.
Okay. We are back to Telfar. What do you want to do?
Well, I reckon I want to move to about right here. I want Sticky the Glider to drop the fire spell.
Okay.
Douse it, or whatever you do with it. Douse it.
Yep.
And I'd, how tall is the ceiling in this room?
12 feet.
Well, I'll go all the way up to the top, so I can shoot over, who is that? Brody?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I'll go all the way up to the 12 feet to the top of the ceiling and shoot over Brody as this first specter here.
So, when you had Vicky the Glider drop concentration on her druid craft. So that means that these guys are in darkness, so you are at disadvantage to hit.
Doesn't it even it out again since I'm also hidden?
That's true. So yeah, it's just a straight shot.
Alright, I'll fire off into the darkness where I last saw this thing standing only a split second ago. And I'll take that -5 to my hit again.
Okay.
For 24 to hit.
That hits. And here, I'm going to adjust this. And now you can see.
Since I
Now you can see Brody,
Just that,
but only on Skype.
we had some people had, or at least one person had a light sword out. That is a source of light.
That's true. You are correct. So that is true. That is a good point. So Telfar, if you want, with this guy, you're shooting this guy here, right?
That's right.
You can roll that again with advantage.
Just to see if I get a nat 20, huh? I did not. Still 24 to hit.
Yep, that hits him.
And I get my sneak dice.
Yes. Because specters have kidneys. So one thing about 3rd edition that made sense. Oh, well, you can't do sneak attack on undead because they don't have any vital parts. I don't know if that's true.
Now we just shoot them in the dignity.
Right.
That was officially the most damage I've ever done in one shot with an even 50.
Whew. Whew. Yeah, so this specter is no more. You hear a "Roar!" and it just fades into existence.
With an arrow straight in its dignity.
Right. Oddly enough, the bolt fades with it.
Then I'm going to move back into this corner so that I have cover
Uh-huh.
and rehide.
Okay, Go ahead and re-roll yourself. Okay.
Didn't we just talk about that?
42?
We did.
No, that's the one-off. That has everything to do with Traveler and nothing to do with this. Shamish, what would you like to do? Think you're muted, Shamish. I'm just throwing that out there.
I always assume he's masturbating.
I think he masturbates a lot. So, yeah. Shamish. Anthony.
Hello?
Yep. Yes. It is your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay, so I can move. I think I can definitely reach him. Yeah, that's about 30 feet. I'm gonna just check it just in case. Why am I over here now?
Did you move yourself? You were... Yeah, how... What?
I don't know how I got over there either. I was here, so.
Yeah, no. You're... Like, right there. So if you're going for the Cadaver Collector, you will move through and get an attack of opportunity between these two.
I'll just attack him for anything I can attack. That's mostly what I'm going for.
So you could probably... Oh, wrong one. What's your movement?
The 30 feet.
Shit.
I do have javelin.
You could get... With 30 feet, you could get here into the entrance. And that's it. But you could throw a
There's
javelin.
an each.
You could throw a javelin.
Yeah. Or fire breath.
Or fire breath. Your choice. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah. I'm gonna fire breath because that takes up the turn,
Okay.
I think. Yeah. And I think I remember because I have that on my own player's handbook. It's 3d6.
Okay. Thank you for... Because every fucking time I have to look it up. Like, every time. I don't know why. I don't know why I can't remember it, but... So, I have to look it up anyways. Damn it.
It's 15 feet cone.
Right. So they get a deck save though, right?
Yeah.
Right. Hold on here. No, it's not like you don't do this regularly. I don't know.
I don't. That's not-
Well, you do. You do it enough that I should have this memorized, and I don't have a solution for that. DC is saving throw equals 8 plus your con modifier plus your proficiency bonus. So what's your con modifier?
+2. Oh, no, it's +3 now because I got it done.
So 11, and what is level 16? What's your proficiency bonus?
It's +5.
So he has to make a dex save versus 16 negative. He gets a 10. So they are going. Both of them are going to eat full damage. Go ahead and roll your damage. your Shamish?
Yeah, I'm rolling. $17.
17. That knocks them both down about half, and you are no longer stealthed. Boop.
Just randomly fire like they get the cone of fire out of nowhere.
And actually, that's a 15-foot cone.
15 foot cone.
Oh, he's 20 feet. Okay.
Barely.
Yeah, he's just barely out of range. So, yeah, you breathe fire, and both of these specters. Oh, wait, they only take 7 points. Because they have resistance to fire.
Damn. That's annoying.
Anything with your bonus action or, well, you're out of movement, so.
Yeah, no. It's not like I could hit them.
Okay. Mr. Brody, what would you like to
run
do?
past the cadaver collector, kick him back towards the group. Not sure how far. I got 55 of movement.
So you could. Do you have mobility?
I don't.
So he would get an attack of opportunity on you for moving through space.
Yeah.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
All right. So he. Fuck. 12.
Nope.
Yeah, no shit. But keep in mind, he rolled a 2. So. So he misses you on an attack of opportunity. And as you pass him, you can see that these corpses that are stuck to him are like
Trying to get me to it.
Yeah. What do you want to do?
Kick him. Twice.
Go for it.
Ooh. How about 24
Yes.
for 13
Okay.
and strength save 17.
Oh, I'm gonna have to put this dice in the freezer.
Hmm.
You got a 7.
All right, he gets to move 10 feet closer.
Okay. Hold on. I have to set this because it's being naughty, naughty dice. So he moves 10 feet.
Yes. More or less. I don't know. Up to 10 feet, I guess.
Okay.
And I want to step up and kick him again.
Okay. Yeah, you've got movement left.
But this one is a 20. So he gets a whopping 18.
Oof. Okay.
And he can make a dex save.
You gonna try and stun him, huh?
Nope, that'll just knock him prone.
Oh, okay.
These ones are freebies. They don't cost me guy points.
Okay. Nat 20. That's a better dice.
Alright. I'll make one more then.